What's up, you guys? Ace Ono here. Welcome to my YouTube page. Some days I'll be fancy, some days I'll be like this in house. But I'm catching this sun, and it's perfect for today's subject. So we're going to be talking about a lot of different things, right? But today we're talking about depression and anxiety. And the reason why the sun is such a big deal is because for those of us that have depression and anxiety, different kinds, sometimes the sun is something that you don't want to see, right? It's daunting to get up in the morning. It's hard to take that first step. It's damn near impossible to pull the blinds up and you just want to lay fetal in bed. I have been there so many times, and I'm still there sometimes. But I wanted to start this page to kind of talk to everyone about, my experiences and what helps me and my hopes for all of you as you are traveling through your journeys, getting to your wellness space, getting to a place where you feel good about yourself. I have been someone that has had depression or diagnosed with depression since I was in 5th grade. Crazy, and it's wild to think that children, can be depressed. I had a great childhood. It was absolutely, positively amazing. It was full of fun. It was full of love. I had parents that treated me extremely well. But there was something about my little brain and my little heart that told me that I wasn't happy. And it lasted. And it turned into an eating disorder. I had anorexia, or have. I guess it's one of those things. Diseases don't go away, but they're manageable. But that journey of depression has taken me, down a long, long, long road, and I'm learning different ways to cope with it. And so I would love to share them with you and just talk a little bit about what anxiety and depression look like, some of the triggers, and why our conversations need to be a little bit more sensitive. Anxiety is not a choice, okay? For those of you that think that people can just snap out of it, that's not real. The answer to that is, no, we can't, because if we could, we would. Nobody likes to be sad. Nobody likes to be miserable. Nobody likes to feel low. I've had people tell me many times, you must like, being upset. Why? Because I'm upset a lot? No, I hate that shit. You know what I mean? I absolutely hate it. But there are times when it is not under my control, and that's the depression speaking. And when the depression speaks, the anxiety speaks. So when you want to control your emotions, but you can't, you begin to get anxious, and you might move some things around in your hands, or you might whatever your coping mechanisms are. Mine is this: I stick my thumbs in like that, and I rub them, and it's really, really demure. So I hate when people can tell when I'm upset. So you can't really see it, right? If I'm anxious. But the point is, we shouldn't have to fake it. Emotional health and mental health, they're fucking real, and I can say that I'm someone that never really thought I would be adversely affected by my anxiety or my depression, and I have been for years. It's crippling at times, and I am an amazing human being that can do everything I put my mind to, but sometimes my mind tells me, you can't. And so I want to just talk a little bit about things that we deal with in ways to kind of cope and get through. My anxiety manifests itself normally when I am in a crowd of people. My job is to be around a crowd of people. So it kind of is interesting that is how that played out, But to encourage you all to not shy away from, people, because being alone, isolation is something that we all run to, I think, or not everyone, but a lot of us run to when we are going through, a low. You want help, you want to be hugged, you want to be held, you want somebody to cry on, but you feel embarrassed and you feel like it's not going to end, like that episode is going to just keep going and going and going and going. There is no light for you at the end of the tunnel, or it's really hard for you to see. If you look at my face right now, so I didn't want to record this today, all right? Let's just be honest, I did not want to. I had a low episode yesterday, and it lasted into the morning, and there were a lot of tears. And so my eyes are puffy today. And I decided, I said, I don't look pretty today. I don't want to record anything. And I was damn sure not going to. And then I thought about something. Who would benefit from looking at my face, not perfect, real life, puffy eyes, red, nose probably chafed, probably still running, knowing me. I don't know. But it is one of those things where I'm one of those examples, you can get through that moment. You can get through that period of time. A few years ago, I was diagnosed with Complex-PTSD. And it's not something that I've talked about globally at all. I haven't. My family knows. A couple of my friends know. But I was embarrassed about it. I've been embarrassed because you can't be, successful in the world if you have emotional health issues or mental health issues. It's just not a thing, right? No, everybody has fucking issues. Every single person in the world has issues. So with that being said, my post-traumatic stress disorder comes from a variety of things. Some things I'll share, and if I get real comfortable, I'll share them all. But there have been a number of traumas that I've experienced that I did not deal with for years. And I think one of the main things that's really important when you are experiencing any type of anxiety or depression is to ask for help. Don't be embarrassed. You might lose friends. There will be people that will not help you, and they will call you crazy, and they'll tell you that you're weak and you're because you're crying or whatever the situation may be. But I guarantee there's a couple people out there, if you reach out to them, you know what I'm saying? They'll be there. They'll be there for you because they want to see you be okay, and they want you to want to see you be okay. That's why I'm here in the world. There were a couple of people that made sure of it when I didn't, and that's one of those things where you experience an anxious or depressive episode and you feel like you don't want to be in the world, right? Well, here's the deal. You're supposed to be in the world. We want you here, right? So we got to find all the tools to help you get to be okay. I would be lying to you. It would be a bold-faced lie if I said I'm okay every day. I'm not. I don't sleep well at night some nights. I don't complete all my tasks in a day. But the goal is one step at a time. When you wake up in the morning, my advice, I was gifted 2 really great mantras by 2 really amazing women. And one of them is, you are worth the fight. What that means to me is exactly how it sounds. You are worth whatever fight it takes for you to get from where you are to the next place. And that could mean a lot of crying. That could mean a change of environment. That could mean sitting still, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, God damn it, I am worth the fight. I do it every morning. I do it every single morning. I think that because I do it every single morning, while it doesn't help completely, it does help. And it's one way that I encourage myself to continue on my journey. The other one was gifted to me by another really amazing woman. And it's a series of apologies and forgiveness. It's I'm sorry, I love you, I forgive you, thank you. And that is, I'm sorry, I actually said that wrong. I'm sorry, I love you, I forgive you, I forgive me. Right, I missed one. And I forgive you. All these great things. I forgive you, I forgive me. I didn't understand that for a very long time. And when you decide to forgive somebody else, that's cool. We all got to do that, right? When you've been hurt or when you're going through something. But the I forgive me, that one is so much more important. You are the person that's responsible for you going through this life. And there are times when people have had to be responsible for all of us, where you couldn't get yourself up in the morning, or you couldn't make it to, your next responsibility because you didn't feel right inside. And so forgiving yourself for not, exercising your day to the full potential, that's a thing. You know what I mean? You have to forgive yourself. If you don't do everything you're supposed to do, you have to, because you have to be able to get up the next day and try again. And one thing I've learned about my anxiety, coupled with my depression, is that when I make a decision to do something, if I allow myself to do it at my pace, in my way, with encouragement from others, it makes things a little sweeter. So for all of you that have some of these little things, and there's so many different types of anxiety and so many different types of depression, my first piece of advice, always, 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 always seek professional help, right? I didn't have insurance. So I was out here like, but why I just, literally, like that's me all day. If you can't get to where you need to get to, unless it's something that's really serious, if it is really serious, we do have a suicide prevention hotline in the United States, and I've used it, so don't ever be embarrassed. They are there to help you. And we'll drop that number down there in case you don't have it. But at the same time, we want everybody to be here. We want you to be okay with the fact that you are not, excuse my French, fucked up for having anxiety or having depression. It's a conversation that we all need to have, because some people may not have it long term, but everybody in the entire world goes through something. They go through lows, they go through highs, they go through really great moments and really dark moments. And who are we to judge anyone else for their walk, right? So if you suffer or live with anxiety and depression or depression, you are okay. You are okay. You're going to be okay. If you're going through a low, if you needed a friend, hi. Drop me a message, send me something, send me an email. I'll drop that down there too. We want everyone to be here, and we want to open up the conversation so that everyone can be here. I've lost a couple friends to depression, to suicide, and to think that people, and I've been suicidal, and to think that people really feel that hopeless in the world and that there's no one around that can help them, that doesn't sit right with me. I can't fix the world, but it doesn't sit right with me that people feel so hopeless that they don't want to be in the world anymore. So if I can do my part, just to, be supportive of others like me, I'm going to do it. I'm with the shits all day long, They'd say that there is not a cure for depression. I disagree. I think the cure is love. As a child, my mother, that's what she did. She loved me through it. And I've never taken a medication for it. And I won't. I wanted to last night. I was like, I just think I should take the meds. No way, I won't. Because when people care about you and when they understand you and they're patient with you, and when they're loving towards you, it makes a world of difference. So for anyone out there that needs a friend, a word, you got me. I'm here. I'm Ace, in case you didn't know my name. But I am here to encourage you and to tell you that admitting to having any type of emotional or mental challenge does not make you a bad person. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you incapable. It doesn't make you any of the negative stigmas that are attached. It just makes you different. And that's why we're here, to be different. So I wish everybody the most productive, anxiety-free day. And if you have a hard time and you have a trigger, there's different things you can do. You can work on your pressure points. Yoga is an amazing, amazing, amazing tool. Gosh, it's such an amazing tool. Like it's something I swear by. Reiki is another thing that's also really, really amazing. Acupuncture. And I'm not a healthcare professional. I'm just someone that has, an interest in everyone's emotional and mental health being its best. This is the beginning of a lot of talks that we're going to have, and I hope to hear from you more. But I just want to encourage you and let you know you are okay. You know what I mean? If I can get on YouTube with a puffy face and talk to you about something that I deal with every day, it means that you can get up and get out and get into the world and be your best you. But it's a step-by-step, day-by-day, moment-by-moment process. So anyways, I'm wishing you guys the best day, the most productive, the most prosperous, filled with peace and light. All right? I'll see you guys soon.